ensure that all critical valves are installed as per latest S-build PFS. So this is just to verify, a verification action actually. But this is due in next 22 days. And one more action for gas lift compressor. This I think we have discussed in last weekly meeting also for electrical. This is related to Musalam. This compressor cooler, main motor cooler fan having excess issue. And so it was agreed to raise through FCP or through other modification.
Yeah, FCP been raised for this, so we can have access to the terminal box. In normal cases, we cannot go and open the terminal box until we open the whole hood.
Yeah, so that was the issue. But FCP has been raised already or not? That we need to confirm.
Yeah, sure.
So please confirm it and update accordingly.
Sure.
So FRR being raised by our anybody, mainly we expect from our operators or technicians. So any potential threat event you identify during your day-to-day business should be reported through FRR. So last week we did not get any FRR as well. So this is the last week FRR. And also we have till date got more than around 30 FRR for 2016. And that is a quite good amount in terms of identification of potential threats. But still we need to sustain it and increase. So wherever you find any potential threat events, please raise through FRR.
I think now we have that the water injection pump 2608. That is one of the threats. Yeah, we have to raise that one because this is a threat for you. You already closed some wells. Yeah, so the threat already existing. So you're deferring some oil. Yeah. So please raise that FRR. Yeah, and keep it live. So action being done in the place. Musallam.
Yeah.
We already have an issue with the breaker, I believe, or the isolator for this pump.
Yes.
So this is another threat.
Yeah.
We can raise from your side.
Sure.
Yeah. So let the team realize that this issue is critical and it is a threat for our production, and it has to be raised as through FRR.
Sure.
Okay. So let's sustain this FRR.
I think also we've done a lot of work with the operations team on a day-to-day basis as far as FRRs goes. I think we ought to actually have it as a point in our check sheet every morning that we raise it to remind people to actually do it.
Indeed. Yeah. Okay.
Feedback. So if we have any issue to escalate in a coastal meeting, so we report through this slide, and if there is any feedback from a coastal monthly meetings, so there is a monthly meeting being conducted for Orip only, along with ONO and UM5 team. So any feedback from their side, we share with our team. So this was shared in last shift also. This is some of the closed Orip issue. So now as per the range 5 requirement, the closed issue, those issues we close in the Orip database, those should be monitored for at least 1 year for the effectiveness of actions. Sometimes because we complete the RCA, we implement the action, but again the problem repeats. So to ensure at least within 1 year it is not repeated, then only we consider it is a completed one. So this is the latest one in terms of database management, just for your information. Okay, and next item is lesson learned. So lesson learned, we share whenever we complete the RCA or 5I investigation. So if there is any outcome as a lesson learned, we share with the team. And at the same time, our main focus is to take the lesson from other assets or other PDO, other field, to where they complete the investigation. So whether it is applicable in our area, so we can adopt it and create our issue to implement the action. So here everybody involvement is required. So if you find anything related to your discipline in some other area, you can raise as a lesson learned also. So my side, generally I take it, we have a RCA repository where all the reliability engineers share their lesson. So I take out from them. But when you feel something is suitable, you can raise also. Yeah. So this is one of the case for Harville, and it is related to dry gas seal, compressor dry gas seal failure. And they have done RCA, and the root cause found was dry gas seal failure was most likely a result of combination of both containment and axial shaft vibration. So this failure was caused because of the the seal gas supply that was contaminated, and at the same time they have observed the axial play of the shaft was higher. And the lesson they have proposed is the improve the seal gas filter system, typically small in capacity. So it is important in this case to ensure the seal gas wherever we have dry gas seal, the filter, inlet gas filter size should be correct to avoid the contamination. So this is the lesson particularly from this case. Okay. The next slide is agreed action. So one thing more, these are the handouts that I have prepared mainly for our operators and technicians. We have conducted several awareness sessions, but you are please requested to share with your, take a copy, more copy, and give it to your staff and ask them to go through it. If they have any confusion or any concern, tell them to call us, we will explain them again. Okay, this is for maintenance, one is for production.
So Friday you plan to have
Yeah.
one session.
Also, you can give the hard copy, so they will refer it whenever they are.
Yeah, it's
they
good
have
to have
time.
the hard copy as well as
Yeah.
to
Presentation
present it during our knowledge
we
sharing.
have planned in this Friday.
Friday.
Okay. So water injection pump should be raised by production. Anybody, even operator can raise. Ask your operator to raise FRR. And the FCP action as electrical has agreed to verify the things and update about the FCP status.
Sure.
Okay. Any action you want to add, then please raise apart from this.
Right.
Anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time.
Yeah. So just please let FRR raise a bid and review it so that we can check the quality as well, okay?
You have
Okay.
something?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yes.
Still, because last week also I have reminded, but I think.
We spoke to Zishan about this, and Zishan's here again, so we can talk to him today
2638.
about bringing that.
Tank
to-
2638. yeah.
2638. No? So that testing, you mean the
Yeah.
testing is required. Okay.
In which case we need to line up NGL to the tank.
No, normally it should be in lined up condition.
Yeah,
To both headers, but
No,
now they
they
have
have
isolated
tank
one
one.
header.
And we use it from tank 3 to avoid boiling the calibration of the hatch
yeah.
until the tank stabilize. Then we'll think the team with
So
a
now where did they line?
now
Tank
one
Tank
and
and
one,
one, two.
the hydration tank
So
one
we want to
and
bring it back to
Yeah. So we can-
That was on advice of Zishan. We took it off there initially because it was popping in, but Zishan said that is not the issue, so we should be able to bring it back on. We'll have that discussion outside of this meeting.
yes.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very